Hello, it's Judy from Itchypalmsgardens. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favourite bulbs, the belladonna. We're in central Victoria, Australia, and the belladonna originated in South Africa, and I think the conditions must be very similar because they do grow very well here and perform extremely well as far as flowering goes. Belladonnas are a no-fuss bulb. They like to be planted and left alone. From my experience, the more you move them, the less they flower. Here, belladonnas seem to love long, hot, dry summers. They like to be planted close to the surface and to bake in the sun. Summer is the time that they lose all their leaves and become dormant. When they're dormant and it's hot, they like to be dry to prevent them from rotting. After they've been dormant all summer, if a mature bulb is ready to flower, it will send a bud resembling a spear up through the middle of the bulb. En masse, they really do resemble snakes rising to the tune of a charmer's pipe. When they're finished flowering, and if the bees have been busy, they produce little bulblets that I call pearls. This is one of the little bulblets that has fallen onto the ground and actually decided to take root. So first the little root comes out and then the shoot, just like most other little seeds. Here are some little bulblets that are collected in the autumn, and they're growing really nicely in a polystyrene box. Once they're a bit bigger, I'll put them into individual pots, and these ones here in the next shot are last year's belladonnas. I'll put them into deeper pots so I don't have to disturb them for a while because they really don't like root disturbance. Last spring I planted these ones in the ground. Sometimes if I plant them in too early, the blackbirds dig them out, so I let them get to a reasonable size before I put them in the ground. They seem to have settled in well. If I'm lucky, they'll flower in 3 or 4 years. It's winter now, and these belladonnas have been in the ground for about 16 years, and they've made a really nice, thick border to this garden here under the willows. They grow really lush through the winter, but when the warmer weather comes, they'll start dying back. All the nutrients from the leaves will go back down into the bulbs. The bulbs will be naked again and bask in the sun all summer. They look a bit like agapanthus. There are actually agapanthus planted on the other side of the path. We often have an open garden in December, and most people who come would not have seen this lush border like this because that's when the naked ladies are dormant. Here are a few more belladonnas that I have in another part of the garden. And this is what they look like when they're in flower. It's really exciting seeing the little snakeheads emerge from the bulbs. They seem to grow inches in a day. I would say, like many other bulbs, belladonna bulbs would be quite poisonous if eaten. But I'm not planning to eat any anytime soon. The scent of the belladonna is absolutely beautiful. It's very sweet, but it can be very overpowering if they are planted in mass. It's a smell I look forward to every autumn. To be honest, they're not a flower I'd probably pick and take inside because of the heavy scent. The blooms last on the naked stems for about 3 weeks, and then the bulblets start to form again. When you grow bulbs from seed, you never know what you'll end up with, and over the years I've certainly got a few lovely combinations of colour from my belladonnas. What do you think? And once the weather cools down and winter sets in, they'll start to shoot leaves. I'm really looking forward to seeing what my new seed-grown belladonnas will look like in the future. But I think I'll be waiting for a while for them to flower. Gardening is my obsession, and I love sharing the things that I've been doing here at Itchy Palms Gardens. Looking forward to seeing you here at our open garden in December. Don't forget to keep an eye out on our open garden dates on Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website. Bye for now. Have you named your shovel yet?